Okay, this is a short revision on the whole of chapter 2. Okay, so what you're going to be doing next will be basically scatter plot, the first thing in your chapter. Scatter plots is usually 4 marks. So these are the steps to follow. So far you all have been passing up. Hopefully you all have been doing it on your own. For scatter plot, you just plot the points. You find the mean of x and y, and then you plot the mean. You divide the graph into quadrants on the mean values, and then you draw the line through. From what I'm seeing, most of you are doing this okay. And then calculating R and line of best fit. If the table is given or the data is given, you just plug everything into the calculator, and when you can find R, S, everything you can find A and B. But if summary statistics is given, then you have no choice. You have to use the formulas. For R, I see it's not a problem. For A and B, a lot of you came and asked me this question: how to calculate manually. So just use the formulas. If you look at your formula sheet, where to find formula sheet? Right at the back, there are exam papers. You open the exam papers, you can see formula sheets there. So basically what you can do, open and check what you will get. So basically most of it is given to you. You just apply the formula. Make sure when you transfer values, you transfer in 4 decimal place. Okay? And then comment on a relationship. It's easy. You just follow the whatever that they are giving you here. Basically whatever it's here, they're already given to you. You just follow and comment, but you cannot just stop there. I see a lot of you are stopping here. Must be strong positive linear relationship between what and what. Understand? Okay, then significance of relationship. If it's asked, because they always ask students, always whenever they ask significance, students will do commenting. It's wrong. So if significant, if positive, then x increase, y will increase. If negative, then 1 increase, 1 decrease. So please make sure you sort that out. Okay. Now, what is the effect of outlier? This question always comes out. The effect of outlier is outlier causes false relationship. Okay, what is the difference between perfect relationship and almost perfect? Perfect must be R equals to 1. All right, almost perfect is when your R is 0.995, 996, 997, 998, 999. Why? Because when you round off to 2 decimal place, it will be approximately 1. So this is what you call almost perfect. It's not equal to 1, it's almost perfect. Less than 995, it will still be strong. Why? When you round off, you still get 0.99, isn't it? All right. Transformation. Okay, I see a lot of you here are a little confused as well. Your R value will never change. It is not in your syllabus where the R value will change. The R value will only change when you remove at a point. Maybe you remove outlier, then will change. But if you times divide all, your R value won't change. So you just follow accordingly. When you times both with the same sign, no change. You times one negative, one positive, got change. Opposite sign, change. Same signs, no change. So that's why I want you to see. When you times both of it, it doesn't need to be same values. It can be 2 different values. If they are both positive, no change. If one positive, one negative, then it will change. Understand? Okay, least square regression line. Basically, you're finding A and B. Always transfer in 4dp unless the question states otherwise. Make sure to use right notation. What is right notation? Some of you I see are still not doing it. The Y or the A or whatever must have the hat on top. This thing here. Can you see the thing that I'm showing you now? The thing on top must be like that. All right. So if they ask you to predict Y from X, then Y is Y. Predict M from T, then you know it's M equals to whatever T. Predict W from X. Okay, W on X. These are the 3 ways they will ask you. Predict W from X, W on X, that sort of thing. W against X. These are all the 3 ways that they will ask you that you need to get used to. Okay, next one. Prediction. You just predict. How to predict? You plug whatever they want you to predict, put it into the equation. Then they'll ask you to comment on your prediction. Only got 2 comment. One is interpolation, one is extrapolation. Interpolation, reasonable and somewhat accurate. Extrapolation, not reasonable. Just follow. There's only 2 things. Okay, first they ask you to predict, you predict already. Then you see, is it within the range of X? Look at your X data and see, is it within that range? Oh yes, it is. Then it's interpolation. Standard answer. Interpolation, 1 point. Second point, reasonable and somewhat accurate. Okay, if it's extrapolation, next point, not reasonable. Very simple. Okay, follow these steps. All right, then you have residuals. What's residuals? Always take the actual value minus predicted. What's actual value? Actual value is the value given to you in the question. Predicted value is the value that you have calculated. Okay, the next question they'll ask you is significance of residual. Then you just do it accordingly. If it's positive, prediction is less than actual. If it's negative, prediction is more than actual. That's it. Standard answer. 2 points only. Significance of residual. You look at your residual. Oh, it's positive. So you write positive. Prediction less than actual. Okay? Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, line of best fit and transformation on it. Okay, so basically is when X increase by P, what's the effect on Y? That means it's on the whole line of best fit. Okay, so when X plus by P. So your original line is like this, right? A plus BX. So you will put the X plus P inside the bracket here. Do you see that? And do you see a prime there? This is what you need to see. Why do I put prime? Because now it has changed. This is original. This is after the transformation with the prime there. So you put it into the bracket. Then you open the bracket. A plus BX. Do you see that? Plus BP. Open the bracket. So what you can see, you are left with the original equation here. Do you see that? This original. So y prime equals to y plus b times p. So in other words, the shortcut is you just take the gradient times with the change. Do you see that? Take the gradient times with the change. But here you got to be very careful. If the gradient is negative, be careful, okay? Always remember one thing. If the relationship is positive, x increase, y will increase. Relationship is negative, x increase, y will decrease. Okay?